I am the company's ace. My resources built this firm from startup to IPO. I handle 90% of our business. Clients refuse to work with anyone else. But Edward, my boss, thinks I am a nobody riding the company's coattails. He started squeezing me dry, trying to tame me. Little does he know, I am a co-founder of Lant Capital here, just to scout the market. My clients aren't just accounts, they're deep strategic partners. On bonus day, I was dining with the city's power players at a luxury hotel. A text arrived like a slap in the face.
Year-end bonus, $387.
Not even 4 figures. It is spare change for a beggar. Suddenly, a dramatic shriek erupted beside me.
OMG! Thanks, sir! I got 100 grand!
That is Wendy, the admin parasite, who just steals my work. Flushed with joy, she raised a glass to toast Edward. Edward grinned, shouting to the room.
Wendy is our backbone. This is what you deserve. Unlike some people who act big and lack gratitude.
He glared at me with pure contempt, a warning shot. The room went silent. My colleagues mocked me. But the clients exchanged looks. They all knew the truth. Without me, they wouldn't sign a single contract. What surprised them was I didn't get mad or slam the table. I just calmly cut my steak, a faint smile on my lips. Beside me sat Mr. Wayne, the head of Crown Capital, and also the company's biggest backer. He frowned and whispered to me.
Peter, that nobody got 100K. What about you? You pulled 3 all-nighters for me.
I said nothing, just flipped my phone onto the table. The $387 text was brutal to look at. Wayne froze. Other clients sensed something and leaned in. Once they saw the number, the whole vibe went dead. $387. $387? The man carrying the entire company. That is Edward, an arrogant, blood-sucking idiot. He has been pushing my limits for years, from canceling bonuses to cutting reimbursements. I kept quiet for the IPO. He thought he'd broken me. Now, he insults me with $387. Fine. I am done. I have a resignation letter ready in my pocket. My contract expires in 7 days. When I leave, these 100 clients pull their funding. I stepped out and called Lant Capital's headquarters. Change of plans. I am coming back this Monday. Next day, the office reeked of cheap perfume. Wendy's new Hermes sat on her desk, her $100 K trophy. She bragged about doing brain work, looking down on grinders. Everyone around her nodded awkwardly, but their eyes kept sneaking toward me. Everybody knew Wendy's so-called brain work is copy-pasting my files, changing the name, and sending them to the boss. I sat down and logged in, completely unfazed. I wasn't angry, seriously. As a Lant founder, I've seen bigger sharks than this pathetic amateur. I just feel her smug face was ridiculous and kind of pathetic. Soon, Edward waved me into his office. I pushed the door open. He was smoking a cigar. Wendy was sitting on his lap, sweetly lighting it for him. Edward blew out a smoke ring and looked me up and down, like I was dirt. Then he claimed my bad attitude made Mr. Wayne unhappy. He bragged that he personally saved the account. Hilarious. Wayne was mad because you insulted his partner with spare change? I acted submissive and thanked Edward like he'd saved my life. I acted submissive, fueling his arrogance. He thought he'd finally broken me, like an old dog that still wouldn't bite. Then he said,
To punish your attitude and to train the newbie. Next week's Crown Capital renewal. You are off it.
He ordered me to hand over everything to Wendy and let her sign it. Said she needs the credit to earn her spot as sales director. Crown Capital. That is Wayne's company. It accounts for 40% of our revenue. And Wayne isn't just an old friend. He is my business partner. Does he really think this kitten can handle a shark? I played hesitant. Wendy took the bait immediately.
The contract's already negotiated. I am just going to show up and sign. Or what? You don't want to hand over power, trying to keep the client for yourself.
Edward slammed the desk, emphasizing clients belong to the firm, not mine. The bait was taken. I stopped arguing right in front of them. I sent the client file straight to Wendy. As I walked out, Wendy's smug laugh floated behind me.
Look at that coward. He is totally chicken shit. Sir, look at my new. I put on for you.
I shook my head, pulled out my phone, and sent one message. Hooked. Just to humiliate me, Edward made me be Wendy's driver, calling it Showing the Loser, the Real World. In the car, Wendy touched up her makeup in the mirror while bossing me around.
Watch and learn how I close big clients. Without the company, a grinder like you'd starve.
Hands on the wheel, I glanced at this idiot in the rear view and smirked. Wendy snorted, then bragged in the group chat. I'll bag Wayne in 3 minutes. Watching everyone hype her up, I just smiled and casually turned off my phone. In the office, Wayne's eyes turned cold when he saw me trailing her. He went to snap, but I held him back with a look. Wendy didn't notice the weird vibe at all. She sashayed forward, slammed the handed over file on his desk, and spoke like she was doing him a favor.
Mr. Wayne, I am Wendy. Here is the renewal. If it looks fine, just sign. I've got a victory party to catch.
Wayne didn't even lift his eyelids. His fingers tapped the desk.
Is Edward senile? Sending a vase to talk billions?
Wendy's smile froze, then flipped into embarrassment and rage. She couldn't believe Wayne rejected her. She'd seen me get Wayne's signature with just a few lines before. What she didn't know was, even without my identity, these past 3 years, Wayne and I clicked. We're real friends. What I didn't expect was Wendy, after getting rejected, actually tried to threaten Wayne. She claimed I was done and threatened to cut him off. I almost couldn't hold back my laugh. End the partnership. This company lives on Wayne's money, and she is threatening him. Just as I expected, Wayne stood up and hurled the files into her face. Wham! Paper exploded into the air like blades, slicing through Wendy's perfect makeup. She screamed and collapsed onto the floor. Wayne pointed at the door and roared for the whole floor to hear, "Tell Edward Crown only deals with Peter. Otherwise, we will pull all funding. Next, he'll sue Edward for breach of contract." Wendy was completely wrecked and collapsed, trembling as she looked at me, eyes full of panic and pleading. I calmly straightened my suit and smiled. "Miss Wendy, that is the first one. There are 99 clients left. Hurry up." I ignored Wendy's desperate look and walked out like a boss. My phone buzzed. Edward had sent me a message. I didn't even read it. I just powered the phone off because the real show was only just starting.